Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Wolfstalker25, and it has been a minute. I apologize. But today I got a new action figure review for you guys. This is the relatively new. I got this probably about like 2 to 3 weeks ago now. This is the relatively new Jazwares Pokémon Select Typhlosion, part of series. Is this 4? I want to say. I don't have the box anymore. This might be Series 4, I think. This series consists of Typhlosion, Dragapult, which I'll be showing in this video and reviewing later in this week, and it also has later in the year Samurott coming out. So we got all these, and then we have Typhlosion here. So Typhlosion, Dragapult, and Samurott. Pretty cool. I actually am very surprised that we got Typhlosion, but I'm also very excited. Samurott kind of makes sense, but it's normal Samurott, so I'm a little surprised by that. But interesting thing to note with these figures is they do have a different style of box, and the box has a little like silver sticker on it that says something along the lines of like trainer Pokemon, or trainer catch, or trainer something. I can't remember. Trainer, it was like maybe trainer series or something like that. So it got me thinking, like, Typhlosion is a main character and main Pokemon of, I think, Ethan from the Pokemon Gold and Silver, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver games. Samurott is like the main Pokemon of one of the Black and White protagonists, and then Dragapult is like a main ace Pokemon of Leon from Sword and Shield. So maybe they're like kind of doing like big ace Pokemon, or like main staple Pokemon from like main trainers of the games, which is pretty cool. Either way though, Typhlosion is pretty awesome. I'm very happy to get him. Originally I was very skeptical of the neck and like kind of like a little bit concerned with like how it looks, but overall I really actually like this figure, and this figure actually sparked a old love for Typhlosion that I kind of lost and got back. So I really like this guy, really happy to have him, and let's just get into it really quick and take a look at the sculpt. Hopefully the microphone sounds good, hopefully that my voice sounds good as well, because I am using a different headset plugged in, hoping it actually stays plugged in better and doesn't have the weird right leaning audio. And the lighting, I kind of just got rid of one of the lights that I had in here, just for one, or just like two now, so hopefully everything's not like blown out and overly like white and washed out. So yeah, this model, like the sculpt work, is pretty nice. I would have liked a little bit more maybe articulation in some departments, but I really like the sculpt. Really cool thing is this fire is actually just a nice little rubbery material, and you could just like pull it right off, and it's just very kind of like squishy bendy. It's got two little plugs, and then a nice little feature is they do have on the back, they have the little like fire spout spots painted in red for like where Typhlosion would be if he didn't have the fire on. So we're just going to keep the fire off for a little bit more of this review really quick while we do the articulation. So sculpt work is really nice, paint work is nice. I like the eye detail. They did paint in the mouth and the teeth, so painting is pretty good. I have like one little bluish dot right here on the inner thigh, which is a little annoying, but it's fine. Nothing really, no real big deals and problems with Typhlosion here. The only real big problem is, I guess, these holes here, if you don't have the fire on, look a little weird, but that's fine. It's probably something you could like kind of ignore, but you'll most likely probably have the fire on anyways. All right, so let's take a look at the articulation first. We'll do the torso articulation. There's no side to side. It could get back that far, and he could get hunched down that much. So there you go. The neck, as you can see, there's like 1, 2, 3 segments here. The head gets a little side to side, but not much. It doesn't really get much up and down as well. For how many segments they have here, you really don't get anything out of them. It's just kind of like the rotation. You could rotate it that far to the side with that joint. The next one could get, again, that far to the side, which you never really do. And then the head could get that far to the side. So overall, if you were to turn everything, he could look like that, and that's just never something Typhlosion would end up doing, so we're just gonna ignore that. But yeah, you'll probably just keep him in this seam line here. I'm a little bummed that he doesn't have more like lift here, but yeah, I guess you could just bring that back for the torso, and then the torso could turn side to side that much. So pretty good like that. For the mouth, he does have a hinge. It opens up that much. Wish it could open up a little bit more, but then it opens and closes. Nothing else in the head. The arms are on like a weird joint here where they like, they could only go like this far out, that far in. It's like a weird ball joint that like you could kind of see it there where the hinge is cut, so it's a little odd, but okay, that is what it is. Then you got the like wrist that hinges in that much, goes back that far, and then you got the little hand that can hinge in as well, hinge out. Hand rotates, wrist rotates as well. Hand has like a little rotation, not very much. It's mainly just the wrist here. So there you go. We already looked at the ab section, and then last but not least, we have the thighs here, which could get up that far. You could bring them down that much. They have like a little bit in and then out. So just bring it back. The foot does turn side to side just that much. I don't think you can do a full 360 with it. And then you get a little toe joint here as well. Pretty nice. You're probably never going to use it because he's going to be like too top heavy pretty much for that toe joint. But yeah, overall that is Typhlosion. That is all his articulation. Pretty good. We're going to put the fire back on him, and then we'll do a size check really quick, and then we'll get into the size comparisons. So yeah, overall though, with this Typhlosion for the price point of 20 bucks, 20 or 25, I can't remember if these actually got bumped to 25. I really like it personally. Let's get him looking up as tall as he can kind of be, and then get out the tape measure. And he just stands just about 5.5-ish inches tall to the top of his ears at that upright position. So there we go. There's your height check with him. Overall, like I said, I actually really like him for the price point. I think he's pretty solid. He's probably up there with Charizard as one of my favorite Pokemon selects that they've made so far. Definitely better than Greninja. Scale-wise, I think I like him better than somebody like Lucario. Like Lucario is almost like too big. So I'm not actually going to be getting out Lucario today. I will just inform you that right now. Lucario and Greninja are kind of both in the shelf, in the display. I'm not getting out the Lugia figure either. So yeah, let's take a look though. Size comparison wise, we'll take a look at some other Nintendo figures first. So we'll do Figma Samus here. And then the relatively new, I just got this today actually, this is the new Mario from the movie. I don't know, is it Jakks Pacific that makes these? I actually have the box right here. It's the new movie Mario though. Yeah, Jakks Pacific. So there you go, there's Typhlosion with all of them. Then we'll do your Hasbro lot. So here's your G.I. Joe Snake Eyes, your Fortnite Victory Royale The Foundation, Star Wars The Black Series Captain Rex, and then we'll do Power Ranger Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Red Ranger, which I think looks almost like a good size if you wanted to do like a trainer in a way. I feel like the Power Ranger character, like, it would be a basic generic, probably like teenager or like young adult. I feel like that'd be a good size there for that. And then we'll bring out some Marvel Legends. So I'm gonna leave the Power Ranger here for a second. Here's another character I think would be a good like teenage girl Pokemon trainer body to like use for like a custom or something like that if you want to make your own custom Pokemon trainer. There's the Marvel Legend America Chavez. She's relatively the same height as the Power Ranger there. So, and then here's your comic book symbiote black suit Spider-Man with that one. Do apologize if I'm a little choppy on the speech. I have not done this in, like I said, like 3 weeks. So I'm a little rusty. Here's your Jazwares Fortnite figure, your Mezco Stealth Iron Man. Let's get out the Jazwares Halo Spartan Collection Master Chief. He is massive compared to our little Typhlosion buddy here. Then we'll do SH Figuarts, Goku, 1000 Toys, Halo Master Chief. Bring that up a little bit. And then, I mean, this size comparison almost doesn't need to be made for this type of figure, but here's a Mythic Legion, the like Black Knight character, and then a McFarlane Toys Space Marine, just absolutely chunky, massive boy. So there you go. Lastly, before we get into the Pokemon size comparisons that I got sitting here on the table and on the floor next to me, because they can't all fit on the desk, here is the Anime Heroes War Greymon, in case you want them to ever battle it out and do a Digimon and Pokemon crossover. So there you go. There's all the other lines and everything like that. Up first, she's on a stand, but here is the Figma Gloria, if you need a trainer. Fun little fact, Gloria is the primary female protagonist of Sword and Shield. Typhlosion was actually not allowed in Sword and Shield, so these two have never interacted in a sense of the video games. So Gloria just has no idea what a Typhlosion is. So there you go, there's Gloria. Let's do a little bit other like random assortment bundle of characters. Here's another Jazwares figure, it's a Psyduck. We have Raichu as well from the like Pokemon Select like evolution lineup, which they say is an evolution or select figure, but it's not, because it's really just their battle figures. Here's Squirtle, Pikachu, Ivysaur, and then we'll bring out really quick, actually just picked these up today in a pack, Eevee and Snom, or Snom. There you go. There's a look at all those guys. Pretty cool. They all look, I think, relatively good here next to Typhlosion. Here's another one, the select figures that they're trying to brand, Arcanine, with the like metallic shiny paint. It came in a pack with Growlithe. I think I got this at like Target for like 15 bucks, something like that. I kind of got it primarily for Growlithe, but Arcanine's cool too. I wish they'd do a select version of Arcanine. I'd like to see a bigger version. I feel like he's a little too small, especially if you bring like Gloria into the mix. Like, there's no way Arcanine is that big next to Gloria. But yeah, there you go. Let's bring him out. Here is a... Oh, he's kind of unhinging a little bit. Here's an Epic Battle Gyarados. Size comparison. Gyarados was like 25 bucks on Amazon, I think. Around Christmas time is when I got Gyarados, so there you go. There's a look at an Epic Battle figure with them. I do have a couple more here really quick. Here's a Bandai Model Kit Gengar, a little too small in my opinion. Another Epic Battle figure. This is the Venusaur one, also the same one, but in a metallic form, is what they released in the Pokemon Select line in the Evolution pack. So this Venusaur is pretty cool. I actually really like him. I think his size is very nice. On to the Pokemon Selects, though, for other Select figures. Here's the other one I'll be reviewing later in the week. Probably, I would say, Thursday. So this video is going to come out Monday the 27th, which is actually Pokemon Day. And here's the Dragapult. So I'll have that review on probably, I would assume, Thursday. I'll probably either record it right after this or maybe record it a little bit later in the week. And then here is the Series 1 Charizard for some fire starter comparison and love. Now, if they could just make Blaziken, I would be all set, and I would have everything I would ever want with fire starters. Like Infernape would be cool too. Like, I'd love Infernape, but I would really like a Blaziken. Also, here's Espeon. Actually just got this one today as well, and then Umbreon from a previous pack that I got. So there's some other Gen 2 love and size comparisons. I actually really like the look of this Typhlosion with this Espeon and Umbreon. And if you're curious with Espeon, it actually is like a big massive ball joint, so the head like can completely look around. I actually really like this Espeon. I think it might be a newer released one. I did see the new released Scyther as well that Jazware released, like the standalone one. That's like probably like somewhere between like $5 to $10 for it, but it just looks too small. I feel like Scyther would be bigger, and the paint apps on it were like all chipped and like messed up, so I didn't even want to bother getting it. So maybe if I get it, you'll see it like kind of like bundled in the review. If you are interested in any of the other Pokemon figures here, like the Raichu pack, the standalone Ivysaur here, the Arcanine pack, this Espeon, or like this Psyduck, let me know. I can maybe just do like a big bulk review of all of those, but like you kind of see them all, you kind of see what you get. Like this Arcanine has just a play feature, the legs don't really do much, so like there's really not much I could do to review something like those. Like I could just talk about their like paint work and the sculpt, but other than that there's not much articulation wise to talk about. But yeah, there's the size comparisons with everything. That's all I really have for you guys today. So for the price point of $20 to $25, I really like this Typhlosion. I think he's really worth it. If you have Charizard, I think honestly like these two look really great together size-wise, and I think he just fits really nice into the collection, and I actually am really happy to have him. I really want Feraligatr now, and I would love Meganium too. Meganium would probably be a little harder to do articulation wise, but Feraligatr would be sick. I would love to get them to make him at some point. Honestly, all the starters would be my dream if they could make all of them at some point in the select line with the articulation. That would be my ideal want. But yeah, so for, like I said, $20-25, highly recommend. If you're a Pokemon fan, if you're a Gen 2 fan, if you're a Typhlosion fan, you will love this figure. Like he could have a little bit more articulation, but for what he has here, like there's really no accessories besides the flame. He doesn't really need much else. I mean, maybe they could start including like a little Pokeball with all these figures. So like if you had someone like, you know, a Marvel Legend here and you wanted to give them a Pokeball that they could hold as like his trainer or whatever, that'd be kind of cool as an accessory. Or maybe a little bit of flame. But I think he does come with the same stand that like Dragapult was on, but there's no really neat reason for it with Typhlosion. The only complaint I have with Typhlosion is that he can't get down on like his all four pose, where like he's looking up or whatever. He can't with realistically he can't like get into that pose here. Like this is it. He's like, yeah, he can't look up enough. He would have needed more neck movement to get into that pose properly. So you can't get him into this like one pose that he gets in the anime all the time where he's on all fours. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Other than that though, he's awesome. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully you guys actually enjoyed this review. I do want to apologize yet again. I did plan on getting this review out literally like 2 weeks ago, but I got sick with a head cold or something, and I started coughing so bad that my voice was just destroyed, and it got so bad to the point where I literally lost my voice for several days, and hopefully it's healed now. Monday was like the 2-week mark. Last Monday was like the 2-week mark for me. So and this video is going to be releasing on Pokemon Day. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that. If you haven't done so already, would always appreciate a like and subscribe to the channel. It does help me out a lot. I do greatly appreciate it. And this is kind of like for me across both my channels like a Pokemon week. So Pokemon Day, releasing this video with Typhlosion on this channel, obviously, as you're seeing. On the Tuesday or on Wednesday, March 1st, I should be releasing a breakdown or like tier list of all my all the different Pokemon designs from the new Pokemon games on my gameplay channel. I'll probably also be releasing another video on Friday on the gameplay channel as well, so Wednesday, Friday, and then Thursday we'll probably be releasing the Dragapult review. So if you haven't done so already, would always appreciate a subscribe on the other gameplay channel as well. I primarily do Pokemon content over there. Probably might also be getting into Arc again at some point, and maybe like Minecraft or something else. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me today. Hopefully you guys have a good one.